Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this class, we can discuss about numericals and class 12 chemistry lesson number 2, that is solution. Before starting the numericals, we should remember the formulas which we have learned from the lesson. So first one we are going to discuss, that is Henry's law. So from the Henry's law we come to know that P is equal to KH into X, where P is partial pressure of the gas, this is partial pressure of gas, KH is a Henry's law constant, and X is the mole fraction of the gas which is present in solution, which is present in solution. So second formula is from the Raoult's law. We got one more formula, that is from Raoult's law, that is P total is equal to PA plus PB, where PA is equal to, we know already what is PA. PA is equal to PA naught XA, and PB is equal to PB naught XB. So substituting this PA and PB in the P total, we will be getting P total is equal to PA naught XA plus PB naught XB, where PA naught is a vapor pressure of pure component, that is solvent, and PB naught is a vapor pressure of a pure component, that is a solvent, and XA is, we already know, that is a mole fraction of A, and XB is the mole fraction of B. Third formula is relative lowering of vapor pressure. So in the relative lowering of vapor pressure, we are having the equation, that is P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught, that is equal to, we can write it as W2 upon M2 into M1 upon Wn, where W1, W2 are the weight of solute and solvents, and M1, M2 are the mass of solute and solvent. And we already know that P1 naught is a vapor pressure of a solvent, and P1 is the vapor pressure of the overall solution. Elevation in boiling point. Elevation in boiling point. So for elevation in boiling point, that is, we know delta TB is directly proportional to molality of the solution, where delta TB is equal to KB into molality, where KB is the boiling point elevation constant, and molality, we know that we can substitute the values of molality, so that is KB into W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. By using this, we can find out the elevation in the boiling point. So one more important one is depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. For each and every formulas, I will be solving one problems, and I will give self-assessment problems also, so that you can practice more. So for depression in freezing point, we know that delta TF is directly proportional to molality. As previously we did the elevation in boiling point, same. So delta TF is equal to KF, where KF is the freezing point depression constant, KF into molality, so that we know the molality terms, so that we can write delta TF is equal to KF into W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. So last one is osmotic pressure. So for osmotic pressure, we know the equation. Osmotic pressure, we have the equation that is pi is equal to CRT, where C is equal to N2 upon V. So apply this here. So pi is equal to N2 upon V RT. On rearranging, we can write this as a pi V is equal to N2 RT. So where En2 is equal to W2, that means given mass upon molar mass. So that we can put here delta V is equal to W2 M2 into RT. And if you want M2, and if you want to calculate the M2, then we can write this formula as a M2 is equal to W2 RT upon pi V. By knowing these terms, we can find out the M2. So we'll have some problems in order to understand the formulas which I have discussed now. So first problem is, if N2 gas is bubbled through water at 293 Kelvin, how many millimoles of N2 gas would dissolve in 1 liter of water? So we need to calculate how many millimoles of N2 gas that can be dissolved in 1 liter of water. Assume that N2 exerts a partial pressure of 0.987 bar. Here partial pressure of N2 they have given that Henry's law constant. So they have given Henry's law constant for N2 at 293 Kelvin is 76.48 Kelvin kilobar. So from these problems, they have given that partial pressure of N2. So given, we can write given partial pressure of N2. So Pn2 is equal to 0.987, and Henry's law constant for N2, Kh of N2, that is equal to 76.48 kilobar. So since it is present in the kilobar, so we have to convert it into only for bar, then it will be multiply with 1000, though 76,480 bar. We can remove the kilo. Then we know the formula for Henry's law, that is P is equal to Kh into X. So since it is N2, though, Pn2 is equal to Kh into Xn2. So partial pressure they have given, what is that? 0.987, that is equal to Kh also we got, that is 76,480 into Xn2. So when we take the Xn2, that is equal to 0.987 upon 76,480. If you calculate this, we will be getting the answer, that is 0.00000129. So we can write it as 1.29 into 10 to the power of 5. But what we need to calculate, we need to calculate the number of moles. Sorry, we have to calculate the millimoles of N2 gas would dissolve in 1 liter of water. Okay, so if consider n mole of N2 are present in 1 liter, 1 liter means what we can write? 1 liter is equal to 1000 gram of water we can write. Okay, then what is the mole of water? We can mole of H2O, what we can do? Given weight, how much is there? 1000 or 1 liter upon 18 is the molecular mass. So 55.5 moles we will get. This is the mole of water. So by knowing this mole of water, what you have to calculate? We have to calculate the mole of N2, millimoles of N2. So we have a formula, that is Xn2 is equal to Nn2, that is number of moles of N2. This we have to calculate upon Nn2 plus NH2O. So since Nn2 we don't know, so Nn2 is very less than NH2O, so neglect the Nn2 in the denominator. So the formula will be Xn2 is equal to Nn2 upon NH2O. So what we need? We need NN2. So we can apply the value of Xn2 and NH2O. We can find out the NN2. NN2 is equal to, we are having Xn2 into NH2O. So Xn2 we know 1.29 into 10 to the power of 5, and NH2O also we know, that is 55.5. Then what is the value we will be getting? That is, if you calculate, then we will be getting 71.595 into 10 to the power of 5. So this can be written as 0.719 millimoles. 0.7159 millimoles. So this is the value of, once again I am writing 0.7159 millimoles. Just calculate and check this answer. So this is the amount of N2 gas which is dissolved in the 1 liter of water. So second question is, the vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol at 298 Kelvin is 40 mm of Hg. Its mole fraction in a solution with methyl alcohol is 0.80. What is its vapor pressure in solution if the mixture obeys Raoult's law? So we need to calculate the vapor pressure in the solution of ethyl alcohol. So I have already given the formula, that is Pa is equal to Pa naught XA, where Pa is what? Pa is the vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol and XA is the mole fraction of the solution with ethyl alcohol. Just multiply this. This is a very small problem. So we will be getting the vapor pressure of a solution we will be getting. So Pa, how much they have given? That is 40 mm Hg into mole fraction how much? 0.80. Then vapor pressure of ethyl alcohol in solution will be how much? 32 mm of Hg. So like this, 2 or more component they will give. During that time we have to take how many component they have given. Like if here they have given Pa, if Pb also they have given, then we can do by going with this formula, Pb naught into Xb. So same type we can do it. Third one is, calculate the vapor pressure of an aqueous solution containing 5% by mass of urea at 298 Kelvin. The vapor pressure of water at 298 Kelvin is 23.75 mm Hg. So what we have to calculate? Calculate the vapor pressure of an aqueous solution. See, the solution which is prepared in the percentage, for example here they have given 5%. That means 5 gram of solute dissolved in 95 gram of water, because it is an aqueous solution they are telling. Okay, so now what is the weight of that is urea? Weight of urea, that is W2, is equal to 5 gram. Weight of solvent, that is W1, 95 gram. What is the molecular mass of urea? Molecular mass of urea, that is 60. So that will be M2 of urea, that is 60. And molecular mass of water is, that is M1, that is 18 U. So vapor pressure of solvent, that is Pa naught, that is 23.75 mm of Hg. What we need to calculate? We have to calculate vapor pressure of solution, that is Pa, that is okay. We know that Pa naught minus Pa upon Pa naught, from relative lowering of vapor pressure, that is equal to W2 M1 upon W1 M2. This we know. So by using this formula we can find out the vapor pressure of solution. So apply all the given by substituting all the given in this formula, that is PA naught they have given, that is 23.75 minus PA we don't know, we have to calculate. So that is 23.75 is equal to W2, we know what is that W2, 5 gram into M1 is 18 upon W1 is 95 into M2 is 60. So taking this side, 23.75 minus PA is equal to 5 into 18 into 23.75 upon 95 into 60. So by calculating this, you just calculate it and compare with my answer. My answer is 0.375 and here it is there 23.75 minus PA. So what will be the PA? PA is equal to 23.75 minus 0.375. So PA, that is vapor pressure of solution, is equal to 23.375. Just calculate and multiply, divide, and you will get this answer. Clear? Just check with the answer. You just calculate yourself and check the answer. Fourth question is, what would be the molar mass of a compound if 6.21 gram of it is dissolved in 24.0 gram of chloroform to form a solution that has a boiling point of 68.04 degrees Celsius. So the boiling point of pure chloroform is 61.7 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of elevation constant, that is Kb for chloroform, is 3.63 degree Celsius per meter. So what are the, first we have to concentrate on the given things. What are the given things? See, 6.21 gram which is dissolved in 24 gram of chloroform. So chloroform is a solvent, so it will be a W1. W1 is equal to 24.0 gram and W2 will be 6.21 gram. This is solute. Next, chloroform to form a solution that has a boiling point, that is TB. TB they have given, that is a pure solvent. TB means boiling point of pure solvent. So how much they have given? TB is equal to 68.04 degrees Celsius. Then TB naught, that is pure solvent. This is a solution. TB is equal to 68.04 degrees Celsius. That is for solution. It is boiling point of solution. And TB naught, it is for a pure solvent. That is, which is the pure solvent here? Chloroform. That is TB naught is equal to 61.7 degree Celsius. And Kb they have given, Kb for chloroform, that is Kb is equal to 3.63 degree Celsius per meter. You can write it as like this. Now we know that formula we know, delta TB is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. But what we need to calculate? We need to calculate M2. So we can write this formula in such a way. M2 is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 upon delta TB into W1. But we don't have delta TB. So what we have to do? We know the TB and TB naught. So delta TB we know. What is delta TB? Is equal to TB minus TB naught. So how much will come? 68.04 minus 61.7 degrees Celsius. So this will be 0.3 6.34 degrees Celsius. So substitute all the given and delta TB in this formula. What you are going to get? So that is M2 is equal to KB, we know KB how much is there? 3.63 Celsius per meter into 6.21 gram, that is W2 into 1000. Delta TB now only we have calculated, that is 6.34 degrees Celsius into W1, we know W1 how much? 24 gram. So gram, Celsius. Then if you divide and multiply this one, how much we are going to get? We are going to get M2 is equal to 148.15 gram per mole. See, whatever the answer I am writing, I have calculated it and I have written. So you just check with your answer and you have put your answer and compare with my answer also. Next question is, calculate the freezing point of a solution containing 60 gram of glucose in 250 gram of water. Kf of water is equal to 1.86 kilo kg per mole. So we know that W2 they have given. See, first you have to write the given that is W2 60 gram is there, which is dissolved in 250 gram of water. So W1, that is solvent, that is 250 gram of water. So Kf also they have given. Kf is equal to 1.86 kilo kg per mole. So we know that depression in freezing point formula also we know, that is delta Tf is equal to Kf into molality. So if you know the molality, then we can find out the delta Tf easily. So what we have to do? First we need to calculate the molality by using the given. So molality is equal to what? Molality is equal to W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. So glucose they have given. So what is the mass of glucose? That is 180. So apply here. W2 how much is there? 60 into 1000 upon 180 into W1 how much? 250. So this will be approximately 1.33. So what is this? This is a molality. 1.33 mole we can write. So by after knowing the molality, what we can do? We can substitute this in this form, like we know Kf also. So delta Tf is there. Delta Tf is equal to Kf how much is there? 1.86 into 1.33. So we will be getting delta Tf 2.47. Now we have one more problem for delta Tf, that is delta Tf is equal to Tf naught minus Tf. What is Tf naught? Tf naught is a freezing point of the pure solvent, and Tf is a freezing point of a solution. What we need to find out? We need to find out the freezing point of a solution. That is Tf you have to find. Tf naught, we know. What is Tf naught? That is for a pure solvent. How much it is there? That is what is Tf naught? Tf naught is a freezing point of a water. So what is the freezing point of water? That is 273.15 Kelvin. So you can use here. So that is delta Tf is equal to 273.15 minus Tf. So delta Tf we know, that is 2.47 is equal to 273.15 minus Tf. So take out Tf here. Tf is equal to 273.15 minus 2.47. How much we will get? What is the value we will be getting? That is Tf is equal to 270.68 Kelvin. What is this? This is the freezing point of a solution. Sixth problem is, a solution is prepared by dissolving 8.95 mg of gene fragment in a 35 ml of water, has an osmotic pressure of 0.335 torr at 25 degrees Celsius. Assuming the gene fragment non-electrolyte, calculate its molecular mass. We need to find out the molecular mass. So here, what are the given is there? First you just write down it. So W2, that is weight of gene they have given, that is W2 is equal to 8.95 mg, and it can be written as 8.95 into 10 to the power of minus 3 gram we can write. And R value we can take 0.082 liter atmosphere per mole per Kelvin. Now volume, how much it is there? Volume is 35 ml, so we can write as 35 ml, and this is for 1 liter if you are talking, so we can write it as V is equal to 35 upon 1000 liter. Now pressure, osmotic pressure they have given, that is pi is equal to 0.335 torr they have given. So we have to convert it into atmospheric pressure. So 1 atm is equal to 760 torr. So this can be written as pi is equal to 0.335 upon 760 we can do. E is equal to 25 degrees Celsius. We can convert it into Kelvin. So we will be getting 298 Kelvin. T is equal to 298 Kelvin. And from osmotic pressure formula I have already discussed, that is pi V is equal to nRT is there. This can be written as pi V is equal to given weight upon molecular weight. We can write, already I have discussed, M2. So what we need to find? We need to find out the M2, that is mass of gene we have to find. So molecular mass is equal to W2 RT upon pi V. Substitute all the given thing, so that we will be getting like W2 8.95 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 0.082 into T 298 upon 35 0.335 upon 760 into 35 upon 1000. If you divide and multiply and divide, you will be getting the answer, that is M2 is equal to 14,174 gram per mole. This can be written as M2 is equal to 1.4174 into 10 to the power of 4 gram per mole. Just check with the answer, calculate yourself and check with the answer. So these are the solved problems, and now I will give some self-assessment problem. Just go through it. These are some self-assessment problems I have given with the answer also. You can check with these answers after calculating. So take a screenshot of this, because one more problem is there. So this is the third problem for self-assessment. With the answer also I have given. So do all the 3 problems and comment your answers. I hope solution lesson important numericals and along with the formulas I have given, so it will be very helpful for the examination point of view. So do more problems in order to understand clearly all the topics which we have discussed. Thank you.